NXT really does get a lot done in 1 hour. What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check here with your February 8th NXT review. And as I said in the beginning there, very brief, I know, it feels like a lot got done in this episode of NXT, and I don't want to keep harping on Monday Night Raw, but how is it that NXT legitimately gets more done in an hour than Raw does in 3? Just putting that one out there. We started off with a brief welcome of Nigel McGuinness. As we know, Corey Graves has gone on to do other awesome things and Monday Night Raw. So we welcome Nigel McGuinness, and it's short, sweet, and to the point, and we've got Sanity in the form of Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane versus the Bollywood Boys. Now, there's a couple things I want to say here. Alexander Wolf never gets in this match, which is fine. It's the big match to put over what a monster Killian Dane is, but also the Bollywood Boys being on NXT doesn't hurt my feelings in the slightest. They came from the Cruiserweight Classic, but they are a tag team. There is no tag team title in the Cruiserweight division, so if they're going to spend a little bit more time in NXT, then I hope it'll be good. Obviously not in a role like this because they got squashed. Killian Dane takes over this whole match. Killian Dane and Shira. I'm going to say Sierra. If I'm wrong, shoot me. Harv and Dane start. There's a takedown by Dane, a clothesline, some kicks by Gervs, and a shoulder tackle by Dane. 2 chants start off right at the beginning of this match. One is Bollywood, which means that the Bollywood boys are at least somewhat over, if not ironically. And another one is Shave Your Back, which we haven't heard since Prince Albert, which is pretty damn entertaining and amusing to myself personally. Double team by the Bollywood boys, a double clothesline by Dane shuts that down in short order. Wasteland from a guy the size of Killian Dane is pretty damn impressive, followed by a running senton. Same comment applies. Power bombs Harv onto Gerv and hits a running elbow on both men as they land there in a puddle. Electric chair driver by Dane gets the win for Sanity. Commentators do a really good job putting over the fact that Alexander Wolf didn't have to break a sweat in this match because he was never in it. Nikki Cross grabs the microphone before Eric Young can start his promo, screaming for Asuka, which is fine. Eric Young gets her under control and says that Dillinger belongs in Sanity, and we humbled him at TakeOver, which is wonderful. I love the continual... There's a Canadian theme in WWE that I find is really amusing. Some of you might have seen me talking about it on Twitter, but Dillinger has fought Young and Roode. There's your 3 Canadians. Sami Zayn is a constant rival of Kevin Owens, who's partnered with Chris Jericho. There's your thing. And Aaliyah's awesome, and we just move on from there. Liv Morgan versus Billie Kay. Billie Kay I could do without. You guys know Liv Morgan I'm a fan of because she's a lot of fun. Collar and elbow tie-up and a side headlock by Morgan, and she surfboards on Kay's back. Collar and elbow tie-up, surfboard, puts her down on the thing, and literally surfboards on her back, which is funny. And then we get a big onslaught by Kay with a boot and a hangman and a mudhole stomp and a clothesline and a wrist lock suplex, which is decent, and a face and arm bar. Corner head scissor by Morgan to get out of the corner, to get out of the face and arm bar is interesting if nothing else, and a jackknife roll-up gets the quick win for Morgan, which is also very, very cool. Morgan, I've said it a million times, Liv Morgan is not the best wrestler you're ever going to see. She's a developmental talent that I think is a lot of fun, I think has a huge connectivity with the audience because she's fun, and she's coming along better than a lot of people give her credit for. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are good wrestlers. Not great, not fantastic, not, oh my god, why don't they leave her on SmackDown? They're decent wrestlers that have not given me a single reason to care between the two of them. This is why I pull for Liv Morgan in these matches. And, you know, it goes on and on and on. 2-on-1, she's the babyface, she's got the uphill battle, and it's all good. Backstage, Ty Dillinger reacts to Sanity and rejects their offer to join once again, which leads to a quick 3-on-1 beatdown. The beatdown turns into kind of a brawl where Dillinger holds his own, which is a little unreasonable considering the size of these guys, but he's quickly saved by No Way Jose and Roderick Strong. Now, No Way Jose, you guys know my opinion of. Roderick Strong, I'm sort of developing an opinion of because you guys know I don't watch ROH. I didn't have any preconceived notion of him coming in, but I like what I've seen so far, and it's too bad that Austin Aries got injured. Would have loved to see them as a tag team. They flipped him face pretty damn quick. No Way Jose I can tolerate in a team scenario because he's not dominating the whole match with his goofballness, but the babyfaces chase off Sanity and it's all good. William Regal in the back is proud to announce that the first defense of the UK Championship is going to happen next week on NXT between Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, which is fine and wonderful. His announcement gets interrupted by Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, who of course say that Liv Morgan cheated to win her match, which is wonderful. Regal makes Peyton Royce and Billie Kay versus Liv Morgan and a partner of her choosing. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce start to laugh, saying that Liv Morgan, you know, she doesn't have any friends, nobody's going to want to team with her. She's character-wise one of the friendliest people in the division, so that really doesn't fly, but it shows how delusional they are. Sorry about that. Love when the camera has a mind of its own. We have a quick backstage update on the condition of Shinsuke Nakamura, and all they really say is he has not torn anything in his knee. Which is good, because it means he'll be back quicker than they thought, and you wishing him a speedy recovery and all that sort of thing. If you consider that Seth Rollins on Raw, and I'm not even taking a dig at Raw or Seth Rollins here, but Seth Rollins just fucked up his knee again. So if you had that happen on Raw and then Shinsuke Nakamura fuck up his knee on NXT, I would have to make the cheesy joke that SmackDown's the only one with a leg to stand on, ha ha ha, and we would all roll our eyes and move on. But it's good to hear that Shinsuke Nakamura's knee is not all torn the fuck up. Revival take on Heavy Machinery, which is Tucker Knight and Otis Dosvich, again, with the names that I can't pronounce. But they're two big, huge dudes that got compared to Tugboat a lot during this match on commentary. Dash and Tucker start, headlock by Dash, front slam by Tucker, and a bear hug. Here's the deal. Tucker gets a bear hug, throws him to Otis, who catches him in the fucking bear hug, which is good. Revival double team, jabs by Dawson and a takedown, drop kick by Dawson, a headlock and a backdrop by Otis, rolling tackles by Tucker to both Dash and Dawson, a hip toss and a Thez press by Tucker, quick DDT out of nowhere like an RKO by Dawson gets the win for the Revival. The Heavy Machinery, I want to say the Mechanics, because that's what they called the Revival at one point, but Heavy Machinery, who I don't know or care about really, looked really good in this match. And I mean, it's easy to look good when you're going up against a team like the Revival, who make you look really good, but really, really decent debut by these guys, surprisingly enough. They were in the Dusty Rhodes Classic, but at the time they were just two big guys thrown together to lose a match, essentially. Moving on to the Revival grabbed the mic and said, DIY never deserved to beat us in Toronto, which is, they did. So they beat you with a double submission in Toronto. I was there. So just putting that one out there. They proved it at TakeOver San Antonio when they lost to the Authors of Pain. They challenged the Authors of Pain for a match at TakeOver Orlando. Authors of Pain come out, Revival bail. Authors of Pain kind of laugh it off. They head up the ramp. Revival come back out for a cheap shot, piss off the Authors of Pain, and leave again. Bobby Roode comes out for his Roode Glorious celebration, which is really just him talking a bunch of shit. He comes out with a big I told you so, runs down Shinsuke Nakamura, runs down the fact that he's from Japan, runs down all the people that Shinsuke Nakamura has beaten, and gloats about the fact that his name would not be added to that list. I'm a real champion. I'm going to show you guys what a real champion is supposed to be. It's not we are NXT anymore. It's this is my NXT, and NXT is about to be glorious. This was tailor-made to be interrupted by a new superstar, a new challenger, whatever. It didn't happen tonight, which is kind of disappointing. But let Bobby Roode have his moment in the sun. He definitely deserves it, especially after trudging through the muck known as TNA. Moving on. Sanity in a 3-on-3 match against Dillinger, Strong, and Jose. I figured they would have left this for next week, but they didn't. Kind of a messy match, I'm not going to lie. You know, you go into this thinking that, okay, the tag team of Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane have already fought tonight, but Alexander Wolf didn't lift a finger in that match, so it's kind of funny all the way around. Big brawl to start, shots on all three members of Sanity by Dillinger. Jose works on the arm of Wolf, boot and a dropkick by, can't read my own writing. A boot, a dropkick, and a slam by Jose. There we go. Got there in the end. Jabs by Wolf, chops to Young by Jose, mudhole stomp by Strong, a corner spear by Young, drop kicks by Strong, a chop by Dillinger, and a 10 punch in the corner with the crowd doing the 10-10-10 gimmick as loud as you would like them to do. Drop kick by Strong, chops by Dillinger in the corner. I just said that. It's awesome if I don't read things twice. Mudhole by Dane, forearms to the chest, which are just huge coming from a guy that big. Back elbow by Wolf, high knee by Strong, backbreaker and a drop kick by Strong, tiebreaker, but Nikki Cross, at the behest of the referee's distraction, Nikki Cross gets in the ring and head scissors Dillinger out of the ring, showing that she is an equal participant in Sanity, which is fucking great. I love Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is fucking great. Huge, huge running crossbody, but Eric Young takes the credit, and Sanity get the win. Sanity looked fucking fantastic tonight. Eric Young obviously stole the credit for the victory, being the leader of the team. Roddy Raw. Killian Dane is the MVP of the night. He basically won 2 matches for his team, more or less on his own, which was fine. Bobby Roode had his moment in the sun. Heavy Machinery had a cool debut. Revival, we know what they're doing going forward. Liv Morgan, my girl, gets a win. Everybody wins. And this is what we can achieve in 1 hour if you know what the fuck you're doing. Raw. Take notes. I've been Spaz, your YWC Reality Check. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation. Keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I'll talk to each and every last one of you later, but for right now, I am tagging out. Bye, guys.